Welcome back, everybody. We continue. Hi, Big Elk. It's going well, thank you. How are you? I say well. We're a freshie, so not that well. We died this morning, but we'll get back there. We've got a base now, with a code lock up. I just need to get a fire lit, really. Stop us running around malarkey and concentrate on a fire. Yeah, let's get a fire lit. Let's get the heat buff done, then we can worry about the rest. Because you don't have long on my server. Goblin DayZ does not open itself up for you spending too long getting things done. We've got a base build. Yeah, I built a basic. I built a door and a code lock on a house. That's all I've got built so far. I've got a second code lock up there waiting to go. Just need more resources to do that. But I need a heat buff before we do anything, otherwise we're about to die. And once we've got the heat buff, we're going to need water and food quite quickly. And clothing. This initial spawn in is really quite difficult. Especially if you spawn in, I mean, what time is it now on the server? It's, yeah, coming up to night time, so it's even colder. But we'll be okay, I'm sure. There. Heat's going up. Life force is going up. I'm only going to get 1+ because I don't have the clothing. RV is my base. Am I going to fish? Yes, I am. said, you don't get long. No, I haven't. What's it about? Fucking pair of Wellington boots. Might not make it out of this one. Already freezing cold. Let's try again. Okay. Is that the snow stopping? It would be good if it was. I know you're freezing, Goblin. Yes, a fish. Right then. Leave the axe here. We'll come back for it. Now I'm going to need a stick or two. Better. Yeah, this is mine. This is the hell that is mine. And I'm starting off again. Well, I died earlier, so we're restarting as a freshie, trying to make it home to our base. Okay, That probably helps. I wouldn't have guessed from Death Punch 84. Yeah, I streamed this morning and managed to get a flag up at last, which was really nice. I'll have to fly around and find everything again, wherever they are. Because I only know when I sort of get there and go, oh, that's where it is. But I won't show people where things are until after wipe, if that makes... we might use the same locations next wipe, I'm not sure. What I don't want to do is give away too much, if that makes sense. And you're probably all trying to work out why we've got glow sticks and it never really gets dark. There's a reason for it. Yeah, some areas are darker than others. I'm loving the map, man. Have a good time. Need to find a good spot to build a base. It's good fun, isn't it? It's a good map. It's difficult. It's a challenge. It's not impossible, just a challenge. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'd like to add more loot crates in. I've got the keys to do it. It's just planning them and plotting them and deciding how to do them. It's finding the time. That's the trouble. I could probably... I could do away with that, but... that we need to keep. It's a godsend. On expeditions, the ice pick is worth its weight in gold. Yeah. Well, they do have a chance of spawning in trash. And I like that because it's real. People might have thrown it away. And it's random. There's like 30 items that can spawn in trash. And some of the keys are part of that 30. But you won't always get one. So it's quite nice. Right, now we need water. And clothing. And a gun. Hi, Restless. We died today, so this is starting again. What the fuck? Why did I run into all of them? shotgun. Bastard. Come to the window. Come on. That's life on Goblin Z. Yeah, that is basically it, isn't it? Sounded like a gunshot. No, grenade's going off. Ugh. Not the best for you. One bandage left after this. Took me 2 lives to figure out the heat and water were immediate priority. That's the only priority. Heat, water and food are about it. Nothing else matters. And then not dying. Because the minute you die, well, as we're seeing now, a fresh life is hard work. But I had to cut my pants up or my trousers up to get my base built. I needed an extra piece of rope. No. So there are hundreds of servers that allow teams. There are very, very, very few that are set up for solos. And that's the reason we have a solo server. So the people that want to play a survival server without others can do so. Worth its weight in gold, that. So I did try last year. I did one wipe where we allowed duos, but a lot of our solo players stopped playing. and not many duos came on. I have one of the 3 Humvees. Well done. But now, without a base, it's very hard to lock down. So I think one of our unique selling points is having a solo server. I see you, Mr. Zombie. Trying to get enough water to get us home. Because then we can re-gear at base. Sort of. Okay, no problem. So, on average, 10. But this morning, I had a stream to 187. At one point in the stream, it jumped to 187. It averaged 55 for the 2.5 hours. But as average, 10. But on YouTube, the amount I'm streaming to matters a little bit less. I'm more happy with how many people watch the VOD afterwards and how many hours worth of data is watched. That's, for me, the more important thing at the moment. Because the more that's watched, the more the algorithm pushes me. Right, we need to get into a building to log out. Well, not log out, but the restart. Because we know what DayZ's like on restarts. And then we're going to need another fire. Okay. Blueprint for a shelf we'll take. Any ammo in that? No. Okay, so if we get into here, drink sorted. Right, after restart, we can start pushing for home. We still need to get a map, so we need to find a policeman or a priest. But my averages are going up. I'm getting about, well, this morning's stream, I've had 65 hours this morning of watch content. I don't do shorts. So, for me, for whatever reason, the algorithm hates me with shorts. I can get someone that does shorts to set it all up and upload it for me on my account, which I have tested before, and I don't get anything out of it. I get no views at all. The algorithm does not like me for shorts, but it seems to like me for long content. So I'll live with that. After restart, we're going to need a fire. We're carrying a shotgun for no reason other than we're carrying a shotgun, aren't we? Need that more. That in hand. I've got 1 round in it. I'm going to need some bark. There, restart. Okay, when it comes back up, we'll get back in. So no, I've never got on well with shorts. Also, a lot depends on the time that I'm streaming. If I stream UK mornings, I get better views than I do evenings, pure and simply because UK EU time in the evenings, the big streamers are streaming. So I'm gonna always do better if I'm not competing with them. So I tend to stream at a fixed time through the week as much as I can to keep the algorithm happy, and then I stream at weekends in the mornings to try and increase my channel, because I'm not competing with so many people, and that's pure and simply it. But it's not easy. It's a science to it. I spend probably 10 hours a week analysing data to try and work out trends. Probably another 10 hours a week working on Goblin DayZ in the background doing server stuff. And then probably 30 hours of streaming or making content. As we slowly grow the channel. But I've gone from, you know, a year, where are we now? We're May, June, July, August. So I've been streaming now for 1 year and 9 months, and I've gone from 50 to 617. Is it at the moment? I can't see the exact figure when I'm streaming. 621, something like that. And I was 500 just before Christmas. So I'm doing okay. Are you retired? No, I also work I work 40 hours-ish a week. But I'm single and don't have any children. Yeah. So, yeah, that's just how it is. And this is my hobby. This is what I enjoy doing. I mean, I'm sat here now with my vape, with you guys, with a game that I love playing. So I'll stream it. Now, retirement is about 10-ish years away for retirement. I'm 52, I'll be 53 in August. My aim is to retire early 60s. And then do a lot more of this. Oh, don't. Yep, you're in. What vapes do you vape? So I'm in the UK, so I vape a 88 vape. It's strawberry flavour or raspberry, something like that. It's strawberry, I think, at the moment. With a 12% nicotine, I think, at the moment. So I used to smoke a lot. Where's my gun? Where did I put the bloody thing? There we go. Let's get a fire on and get that heat buff. That should get us home, and then we can re-gear. But I used to smoke, if you're out in the States or anywhere else in the world, I used to smoke 2 packs a day. If you're UK, I used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day. And about 10 years ago, I switched to 1 pack of cigarettes a year for my birthday or Christmas, depending on how I'm feeling. And then the rest of the time I vape. So like talk about averages, I probably won't get such high averages tonight. It's a Saturday evening. Some of the big streamers are streaming stuff. And then the vape, the mod I use is a rubberized Chinese import, waterproof. Is it cheaper? For me it is in the UK. The little 10ml bottles I get for about 2 a week, and they cost me £1 each if I buy in bulk. When I was smoking cigarettes, a packet of cigarettes was costing me, when I gave up, about £9 a packet. So I was paying £18 a day compared to £2-3 a week. So it's massively cheaper, and I'm getting the same amount of nicotine, which is obviously where the addiction is. Do I enjoy it as much? No. I'd much rather smoke, but I can't afford to anymore. That's really worth it. Need to get the plus symbol here and get this health up. Should be morning again because of how I set the server this white. Yes it is, it's 8:10 in the morning. So that it's now a little bit warmer. And I tend to stream for about 3 hours-ish at a time. Sometimes a bit more, but it's about what I aim for. 2.5, 3 hours. But do it little and often. As soon as we get that 1 plus, we'll move. Because we're not going to get any more because we don't have very good clothing. I certainly don't do weed. It's not me at all. Better. But each to their own. I'd never condemn anyone that does. It just isn't me. Right, let's move. Because getting home is our important thing to do. Where's my marker? I'm here. Okay, I'm not where I thought I was. See if we can get a map. So we've got to find a priest. Priests and police on my server have a chance of spawning maps on them. I imagine I've probably bumped into loads of people that have been and not knowing it. Right, map. Why is my... It's there. Okay, it's appearing again. It's good enough for me. Right, let's move. But as I said, it's not me. I work in an industry that it wouldn't fit into. And I would lose my job if I was drug tested. And failed it. We are there. Oh, we haven't got that far to go. Just up past the airfield. That's all right. We're back on track now. And we should make it home. We do have a fishing rod at home. Don't think we've got any food, though. But we could fish en route. Yeah. And then at home, I've got, have I ever been to Ireland? I'm ex-army. So I served for 6 months in West Belfast, so Northern Ireland, back in the 90s, when it was still punchy. But if you're talking about Southern Ireland, no. There's a lot of hoops I would have to jump through to go to Southern Ireland due to the security problem that would have for the fact that of what I do for a living and what I used to do for a living. So no, not Southern Ireland, but certainly Northern Ireland as part of my job. Is that a good enough answer? It's a difficult one to answer, the Ireland question. You know, been a lot of years since the peace process, but there isn't really peace. There is, but there's not. You know, it's a. I'd love it to be better than it was, but we all know that one side want the Brits out and a united Ireland, and the other side want to remain part of the United Kingdom. So it's very hard to resolve. And then you've got people in the middle that just want peace. No, that's fine. I never mind talking about it. But yeah, people say, "Have you been to Ireland?" And no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Never be sorry. Ireland's always a difficult question because it gets people's emotions going, if that makes sense. And I get it. You know, if I'd been born in the areas that I patrolled in Northern Ireland in the 70s rather than England, my outlook would be different. You know, we're all a product of our upbringing and where we're born and that sort of stuff. So I do get it. I understand. Now, if you find an ice lake, we'll be able to fish. And then we could take probably 2 fish home with us, which would set us up nicely. But for that, we need to find a lake. there is a river in there. I think we just pushed a luck low. See if we get some body armour out of the police station. That would solve that problem. I know I'm yellow food now, and it's not going to get any better. Okay, to explain what it is about Ireland that gets people going. Did something happen there? Okay, so the whole of Ireland used to be part of the United Kingdom, and don't get me the exact dates, but 1916 I think was the Easter Uprising, where they fought the British to regain control of Ireland away from the British. I believe the agreement probably was about 1921. Again, my dates might be completely wrong here. So if anybody from Ireland is currently watching or watching back on the VOD, please allow for me my loose grasp of history. The agreement was made that the 6 counties in the north of Ireland would remain part of the United Kingdom, and the counties in the south of Ireland would become their own country. Well, their own country. A percentage of the people in the north didn't wish to be part of the United Kingdom and carried on fighting for independence, well, to rejoin Southern Ireland, and a percentage of people in the north wanted to remain part of the United Kingdom. So the two sides, in very basic terms, went to war, the terrorist factions against each other. The British Army was called in to support the police because the police couldn't handle it. And then the terrorists that wished to join Southern Ireland turned on the British Army. And the side that wanted to remain part of Great Britain supported the British Armed Forces. And we were stuck in the middle, trying to help the police keep the peace, where one side wanted to kill you, and the other side thought you were the best thing since sliced bread. It was a very difficult situation, and that's a very, very short answer. If you want a longer answer, look up the Troubles. Something like Wikipedia will explain it better than me, with the exact dates. No ammo in that, is there? No. That's probably the best version I can give. Police station's up there. And in 94, something called the Good Friday Agreement was signed, which the terrorist factions came to the negotiating table, basically, laid down their arms and agreed to pursue everything through peaceful means. But as with all things, not everyone came to the table. So bad things are still happening there. Because it hasn't been resolved. And there's no easy solution. Need another fire. Don't have long. Luckily I picked up a box of matches. That's okay. Hi there. I need my health to go up. Otherwise I'm dead. Not got long. Come on. Come on, game. You can do it. Come on. Just starting to go up. Right, let's go and find a piece of wood. Hi there, Paul. Okay. We'll use a bandage. Could do with drying that one out. Then we'll use that one in emergency. So that needs purifying. We'll keep that for shits and giggles. Okay. I don't really want to press the trigger on the shotgun unless I have to, because I lost my shotgun when I got killed earlier, or died earlier to a zombie attack. Which is why we're going to hit the police station, and hopefully there'll be some shotgun ammo in there, maybe a pump action. Right, is that repairable? Let's repair it now. Keep that like it is. That we can solve at a later date. Yeah, because we've got the plus symbol now. It's the best we're going to get on here. Where are most of your views from? USA. US is my biggest market. Male 18 to 35. Go and defrost that. Yes, there is airsoft, and I used to play it 10 years ago. I had a G36C that was battery, and I had a MP5K that was gas. Right, if we stay clear of Zeds. It's easier said than done. There might be some clothing inside the police station. Might be in the appropriate wording. Alright, forget that. Thank you. I also that's all I had. I had a G36C battery and MP5K gas. Long time ago that since I played that though. Don't have the guns anymore. A friend that carried on playing kept them. Do you play airsoft? And what weapons do you have if you do? I'm creeping to preserve calories. And now just walking. Bugger. Fire station might have warm clothes. Yeah. But I'm miles from a fire station. Okay. Key for the airfield jail. Which we would need a full NBC suit to get to. So I used to go to organised events in the UK. And we used to play on an old World War II airfield. Okay, I'm there. Yeah, if I follow this footpath up and then swing across, we might be okay. Whereabouts are you in the world, Elk? I'm guessing Canada, but I might be completely off there. I'm the US. Okay. So I've only been, when it comes to the US, we flew in '92 to JFK to catch a connecting flight down to Belize. I did a 6-month tour out in the jungle. So I've never really been to the US. We landed, we refueled, we flew on down. But Belize is Central America, so does that sort of count? It doesn't really. I get that. Oh, there's a lake here somewhere, isn't there? We could do some fishing, and then when we get home, we'll have food. We've got space to carry it. Got to find the lake. Probably there or that one. It's nice here, just don't go to the cities. That's not a true American experience. when I come across to the States in a few years' time, they speak English in Belize mostly. Yes! A mixture of English and Spanish from memory. Right, we're going to need an ice hole. There's my ice hole. Nowhere near where I cut it, but still we'll live with that. Now I'm going to need some worms. And when I was over there, they were using the Belizean pound, which we got 1 Belizean pound to. Oh no, I don't know. The exchange rate was amazing when I was over there. It was 50 cents for a beer. We got 2 Belizean dollars to the pound. So a beer was very cheap. And as a soldier, that's all we really cared about, was how much beer was going to cost us. Right, let's catch some fishies. Hopefully. No, my luck, it will be non-fish that we catch. Yeah, exactly. Soldiers, smokes, and blondes, in my case. First bit of dinner. See if we can get a second one. Oh, it's lost the hook. That's alright, that's dinner. Ah, we're hungry already, are we? Fucking starving. Okay. And we're losing energy. How fucking surprising. Right then, so what have I got? We've got a fish, we've got matches. I need a stick, and I need to get in the middle of that barn. No, because that won't cook it. I need 2 sticks. There's no fireplace in that one. And there's lots of zombies around that farm. Will I have enough energy? If I get in here... break that down. Take matches. doesn't like it. Bugger. They're not damp, are they? No, okay. There is a house there. Yes, my aim is to stream in the morning. Mr. Cookie is currently waiting for Baby Cookie Mark II to arrive. So I'd say he's pretty good, but I've not had an update to say Baby Cookie Mark II's arrived yet, so... Got to go. Have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Elk. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next. I'll see you when you come again. But thank you for being here. Thanks for the conversation. Now, hopefully, we won't die. If it lets me lie down, it won't. But if it does, you can regen health quicker. No, I'm 90% awake, so it won't let me. So it's sitting here, hoping that my blood goes up. Or hoping that health goes up, waiting for these to cool down. As soon as that goes orange, start eating. Or die trying. Hard fight. Taking an hour and a half to get to this point, or an hour and 15. Come on. Yes! Just. Okay. And that's a shelf, isn't it? Just need 10 wooden planks to make the shelf. And I think I've got nearly that in base. Just need to wait for a little, that flashing bar, I need something on it. A little bit of blood or health. Then we can get into base, make a big fire with logs, hopefully make a shelf, and then go fishing. We can get our, and if we can go fishing, we can get our food right up. So we're just waiting now for our health to increase by 1%. Then we'll move out again. We're not that far from home, we're about 200 meters. Oh, it's fucking snowing. Take a glow stick. So we're really going to need to get some health because we're going to lose health quickly in the snow. This is the joy of a survival server though. We'll be coming into night time, no my luck. No, it's only 10:14 in the morning, so that's fine. So it's -5. Which is awful when you think I'm just in a pair of t-shirts and short trousers. Right, we're going to need some more sticks. Okay. Survival goblin styly for the seat of our pants. There we go. I could do with 2. So I've got quite a way to stagger home without moving very quickly. And we're coming into quite a snowstorm, but Risk it for a biscuit. We get up there, we can light a big fire. I'll use some logs. Home sweet home. I need to cut logs. Okay. That's drinkable. Don't need it at the moment. Gonna need a piece of paper though. Proper fire. Let's do some organisation. We're going to take proper fishing rod with us when we go fishing. Worms. Leave the key here. Ammo here. Blueprint will be used here, but here. We'll take the water bottle. Yes, we'll leave the stone. We'll leave the matches. We'll leave the spare of that. Need that and that. We'll need to take the map with us. We'll leave behind the glow sticks. If I take that one, I need to take that one to cut the hole in the ice. That's okay. Get another bit of health and then we'll go and do some fishing to get our food up. And then we need to go clothes hunting. We're doing okay though. We made it home. We dropped off the blueprint. This is where Goblin DayZ can make or break you. Yes. Yeah, very much so. Eventually, I'll block the windows off and build another door here, and this will be the loot room. And then I'll build a box outside for a garage. But that's a long way off. And then I need to be like fully geared when I go off into the south. Just need that extra bit of health because it will make all the difference. Yes, yeah. But this is a fresh life, isn't it? So this, I've only been alive like 1 hour, 1 hour 30 on this life, because 5 minutes this morning before I logged. And it's taken me to get from here to here, or to here, 1 hour 20 with a lot of luck. Where normally that's a run there in 10 minutes type distance, isn't it? On most servers I play. But I like the two sides to it. I like the survival side to it, and I also really enjoy the PvP, base building, raiding, big guns side to it as well. Right, I think we're gonna... because it's not snowing at the moment. Yeah, patience is key. 100%. Yeah, yellow. I can run again. Well timed, Goblin, well timed. And I know that's a boar or something. If it was a cow, I'd take my shotgun to it. That meat's so much better. But that shotgun blast will attract every zombie within 1,000 meters, won't it? Oh, it's a deer. It's a red, isn't it? Where if we get a couple of fish, that would work really well. I know, isn't it amazing? I do love the map. I love this late fall, early winter build. Wellington boots, do you reckon? No, fish, that's good. Yeah. Oh, come on, game. That's better. 2 fish would be amazing. Pair of Wellington boots that time. That's life. 1 fish it'll do then. Actually, spare footwear. Here comes the snow again. My version of the Eurythmics song. So getting home before the blizzard would be good. Get that fire relit. Yeah, they are. Massively hard to come by. But you can make them. Not that that helps you much. You can make your own. Yeah. And I do it on purpose. We all know that. You need garden lime to make a kit, which I can't find. I found 1 garden lime when I was running around today. But I want people to feel it's a struggle. You know, some players hate it. But we don't get toxic players on here because it's too hard for toxic players to put the effort in. Drum. Hi, Drum. mean, no toxic player is going to spend this much time trying to... Oh. Why has it put it? Ha! DayZ. Not even showing up. Right, I'm going to log out and log back in. Give best chance of seeing the fireplace. And I bet it would have gone off by then. Yeah, it's DayZ, innit? It's just DayZ being DayZ. I hate when people open tickets for this sort of shit. It's like, go and complain to BI. Yeah. It also helps I'm running this on 4K, guys. We all know that. But it still looks good in 1080p. It's that sort of game. Okay, thanks, Drum. And thanks for calling in. And how surprising. DayZ error codes. Only seems to happen on rented servers. On dedicated hardware it works fine. Yeah. I mean, one of the great things about streaming at, maybe again, I can come out of that, unload the mods and then reload them. Mods, unload all, servers, Goblin DayZ, join. One of the great things about YouTube is I put it out at 4K, but you guys can watch in 4K or below, and it will look good. At 1080p, at 720, at 320, it will still look good if that's all you can handle. So, and I've got a lot of people that watch my content watch on mobiles. But I think the game looks amazing for, in some places, 14-year-old code, but 12-year-old code in one with modern hardware. It's holding its own. Nah. That's just annoying. Okay, so I'm going to need I have to accomplish something from this little thing before we rudely die, and I'm going to need some more logs. If we're going to die, let's at least sort our storage out. And we've got a blueprint, so, and that way we can save all of our stuff, hopefully, rather than just some of it. Nah, it doesn't like it, does it? Bloody game. Right, let's see, get this fire going again. That's life. Right then. You have to do 2 logs into planks without arguing. 1. 2. Good. That's ruined, so that'll get burnt. 10 of those, and the blueprint. Make me a shelf kit. Hi, Critical. So guns can be stored on there and protected cases and ammo boxes, but that means we don't lose a gun. It's not often critical. It doesn't happen all the time on the weekends, you know. Right, that we can't see inside at the moment, so I can't burn that because for some reason it's doing that DayZ thing. Right, let's move those across to there, that, and that, bring that down to there, that down to there. Let's go that lengthways maybe on that one. Because I want to keep the Wellingtons, and that, and the spare map. I could have done with keeping the axe. I need to keep alive. The fishing rod, we could break. That's a fishing hook one. We don't need that, do we? We can break it down. Won't break it down with that one. Okay. Will it break it down with that? No. That's a shame. Is there a reason it won't break it down? It's got a hook on it. Okay, let's break that down. It's got me the rope back. And the stick. Nah, can't see the bloody fire. So annoying. So that's worth its weight in gold. Now, ice axe we need to save. Could do with saving that if we can find a way. That's rubbish. So that's going to take up that much space. So if we bring stuff from above down, take that up, that across, that way, that goes there. Good, that's that saved. Anything inside there? No. So we can save that, we can save that, save those in there. That keeps that alive. Right, we could do with saving hat. What in here is not essential. Two ammunition is not essential. Both of those are not essential. So if we bring that over to there, that over to there. Actually, footwear is more important than hat because they're pristine. Okay. They won't merge on this server. No. Okay. Keep that key's not essential, but it's worth keeping. We need to go and dye. No space for rags in there. Are they worth keeping? Probably, but not essential. We break this down. We're going to F11 basically, guys, because we can't cook on that cooker. And we're going to do another freshie run in. Or at least start one off. That brings me that. Now get those broken down. That's sorted. They're dead, so forget them. That hat goes there. Right, and the stuff that we threw out, that we're keeping, that we're keeping, that we're keeping. I'd say that's pretty good. Right, let's go and die. It's not the reason, no. Just really is not working. Interesting tactics. It's not how I get there, it's about getting there. I'm not raiding, am I, on here? So to me, it's just about building a base and getting supplies in it and then going out on adventures. When you want to cut your feet, Where are you, Mr. Zombie? I can hear you. Oh, they'll be over here. Excellent. Where the bonfire is. There'll be lots of them. Firemen and NBC. Right, where do we spawn? Coast. Brenner. It's not too bad. Right, fire. It's a long way to walk home with that. This town's not going to work for us because we picked it clean. There we go. When I used to play F-35 Restless, Finn, the owner, caught me doing freshy runs in. So we were living in one of the castles and we built the base and we didn't have enough bandages. So I just kept jumping off the top of the tower, dying and running in. Rinse and repeat every time you bring in a piece of fruit and a bandage and a pistol and some ammo. And I got a private message with a stop it. In those days, I called Seeker Boss. Stop it, Seeker. I know what you're doing. It's like, oh, okay. Right then. You have to try these things though, don't you? Right, this military checkpoint might work well for us. Yes, that's right, guys. These helicopters still do spawn shit. But because we have such low amounts of stuff, it doesn't make it too OP. Good find. Can't believe we already need a fire. Critical. Garden lime. If it was, maybe it wasn't critical. Death punch. Garden lime. So we're coming up to the 2 hour point, guys. When I get to the wood line out here, I'm going to go firm and log. And I will be back on tomorrow morning. So I did 2 hours this morning, and I've done 2 hours now. And it was another one of those days where I woke up at 4:30 this morning for some stupid reason. And it's now 7:30 or 7:15 at night. I'm tired. Right, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.